Hello, everybody. I'm Dorothy. We're going to talk about the new moon solar eclipse at 2 degrees of Scorpio. It is on October 25th. So we have a lot to cover with this because Scorpio new moons bring to us a need for something deeper, a need to connect on a very deep and intimate way. It is conjunct Venus. And so, with it in the same place that Venus is with the new moon eclipse, we have this opportunity for us to go deeper and to find a sense of what is it that we value now. That is what Venus represents. I'm going to share my screen with you so you can actually see the chart itself. But just go ahead and listen. You don't have to understand what's in front of you. I'll point at things, but no worries. I want us to recognize the fact that here is that new moon. This is what it looks like with Venus. For my latitude and longitude, don't you worry about the location. We're not talking about that piece today, but we are talking about the moon, Venus, sun, solar eclipse, shifting values. Being that here, at least in the United States, we're in our midterm elections, and I believe this is going to be one of the biggest ones we've had in such a long time, because there is a deep shift and a deep change in what it is that we love and what we value. Being that it's an eclipse, it's an opportunity for something more significant to shift and change. We get an opportunity to reset or to recalibrate what's going on in our own personal lives and in the world around us. So it can be very deep and very psychological. And we also have an opportunity here to begin a healing journey, if that's something that is important for you. We each have, excuse me, we each have our own ways and our own processes as to what it is that's important for us. All right. So with this eclipse, I want us to take our time and to, do your meditations, do your rituals. But honestly, what we can really do with this Scorpio energy has a lot to do with a lot of healing, a lot of taking something to the next level where we can go a lot deeper and really transform and heal and change. Now, depending on, again, where this is, you could be focusing on what you personally need. First house, what you value. Second house, your connection with your neighbors and those people around you, your siblings. That's third house. If it's down in your fourth house, you have an opportunity to really do a lot of ancestral healing work. I find that is something that is quite important too. And I also, I lost track of where we were. If you were to have it, the eclipse in your fifth house, that is, what am I connected to? What am I passionate about? How that is transforming and changing. If this new moon solar eclipse is in your sixth house, if this energy of Scorpio happens to be over here for you, that represents what you do in your daily living, your daily activities, your health, your overall health and wellness. Scorpio here is asking for you to take that deeper dive in any of these categories like I'm listing. The new moon in the seventh house is taking a deeper dive and understanding things more on the partnerships and the associations that you engage in one-on-one. If it's up there in the eighth house, you could be focusing in on finances. This is Scorpio's natural home, but you could be focusing in on your debt, your credit, your debt ratio. You could be looking at your taxes or working in tandem with somebody else in regard to financing and their money, your spouse's money, that type of thing. And really a deep transformative connection, since if you have it in your own eighth house. If it's the new moon solar eclipse happens to be in the ninth house, then you are looking at, what do I believe in? What's my truth? What do I believe in? This can be going through a deeper transformation. If it's in your 10th house, then you can be going through this area, this re-evaluation and new initiation of what you're putting out into the public, or what your career looks like and how that might be changing. If you have it in the 11th house of groups and associations, and that's the house of astrology in the natural chart. So maybe there is a deeper transformation happening there for you, an opportunity to take a deep dive. And if it's in your 12th house, then that area is all about deep, going in deep, transforming those dreams that you have, potentially bringing them to the surface. But how can you work on that? So when we have an eclipse like this, and this eclipse new moon is about, again, initiating new things, and it is in that Scorpio, sign of Scorpio. The next one is Scorpio Taurus connection, and that will connect with Uranus. And so we have an opportunity here. It's coming for things to, out of the blue, shift and change. So while we're in this new moon, before we get to that on November 8th, but while we're in this new moon eclipse, this gives us that opportunity to dig in deep, to work on the things that are important to us, that we know needs to change. You will, if you're paying attention to your life, you've got to know that there is, I'm going to stop my share, that there is a place in your life that is going through a deeper transformation. And this is an opportunity for you to get a reading too. If you have been waiting, eclipse time is perfect because those are usually big hits, right? And we have a lot going on in certain areas. So if you need help with that, you can reach out. Now, I just wanted to read my notes real quick, make sure I have what I need to say here. So ultimately, I want to give you the list of when we have these Scorpio Taurus opposition eclipses, especially now. We had one on May 16th, 2022. We have this one on October 25th, 2022. The next one is November 8th. And then we have a fourth one next year, May 5th, 2023. So if you have planets in Scorpio and Taurus, or you are that, or that area, that opposition area of your chart, wherever it happens to be, is being very active from May 2022 to May 2023. So ultimately, this Scorpio energy of this eclipse and these other ones is helping us to, bring unconscious things to our consciousness, to the surface, so we're able to work on them and to heal them. It's giving us that opportunity to dig in deep in what is important to you, what's important to you, and then to bring that up to another level, because this is an opportunity for a healing journey. And if you like to do shamanic work or deep meditation work, and this is fantastic as well. I've always thought that the Scorpio energy is perfect and really fantastic when it comes to, we're trying to say ancestral healing. Yeah, I couldn't quite think of what I was talking about. Ancestral healing. And so there's a big opportunity for that as well. All right. The written forecast, which is much more detailed than this, on my website, join my newsletter email list, and I will see you again soon. Blessings, everybody. Namaste.